Welcome back to 630. Here with me now is Alyssa Bohennick, who learned more about a school that's been serving the Naperville area for 40 years now.
That's right, it's Waubonsie Valley High School, and I recently got a chance to take a tour of the school and learn a lot about how it's grown and changed over the years.
Very cool. So what's something new that you learned?
I didn't know that Waubonsie was named after Chief Waubonsie of the Potawatomi tribe, who came to this area in 1800s, and the school was named after him, and then that tradition continued on with Neuqua Valley High School and then Metea Valley. So Waubonsie just started this tradition, and it was great to learn more about it.
Fantastic. Let's take a look back at Waubonsie Valley's 40 years.
Today we know Waubonsie Valley High School as one to build championship sports teams, award-winning academic programs, and a school that bridges the gaps between communities. But in 1975, when the school opened, the situation was very different. With their first graduating class of less than 100 students, Waubonsie served a different purpose for residents at the time. In fact, they were more than just a high school.
When I came to Waubonsie Valley in '79, there were 400 and some kids, grades 6 through 12. It was Waubonsie Valley Junior Senior High School. We had no junior highs or middle schools to speak of. There were a lot of farms in the area at that time. There were some subdivisions, but it certainly wasn't like it is now. Like really, it's pretty landlocked now, pretty close. It was very much a farming community.
With that model of community in mind, came an idea to build the school through an open concept design, with few walls to separate classes, a growing trend at the time.
It was an open concept school built for what they stated was 1,100 students. The district bought into that philosophy shortly.
Quickly, that open concept design became too much for the crowded classrooms. The open floor plan was replaced with room dividers and eventually walls as the community surrounding the school began to grow.
During my 12 years here, we saw growth. The 80s kind of slowed it down, and then it started up again. So during that time, I saw a lot of changes. We weren't just that farm community anymore. We were becoming a bigger player, even in the conference, athletically as well as academically. Much more of a force to be reckoned with, I think.
In the late 90s, there was no end in sight to Naperville's growth. Quickly, small roads became major highways, and the farmtown community became a thriving city. Waubonsie could no longer fit the needs of the community, so a new school was born in 1997. Fittingly, it was called Neuqua Valley, a name inspired by the son of Chief Waubonsie.
Every school has its own personality, but there are some great things that you can't replicate from Waubonsie and other places, and there are great things when Neuqua opened that you can't replicate. But Waubonsie Valley will always be the first high school in 204, and it will always have that tradition. They built a lot of tradition that when you built Neuqua Valley and then you built Metea, you're very envious of tradition initially because it takes a while to build that in any school.
The pride, the warrior pride that we have, the warrior spirit, it cannot be matched anyplace else. Not only are we the original warrior, we have a warrior pride that is unmatched.
The tradition and connections grew deeper as Waubonsie celebrated its 25-year anniversary, recognizing what's brought the school so far. The music department has been honored multiple times as a Grammy Award-winning school, while the teachers constantly top the list for Educators of the Year. Even distinguished alumni like baseball player Michael Bowden and actor Pravish China have roamed the hallways of Waubonsie.
I think the students here, they love the aspect of being a part of the original valley, being a part of the older school and having those deep connections.
Areas of the school that once went unnoticed began gaining ground out of the classroom and on the field.
We were the smallest school for a long, long time, and quite frankly, we didn't have feeder programs for most of our sports. BJ Luke came in really at the growth part of our community with revitalization for the kids, and from that point forward, I think we've continued to be really one of those names that at least everybody knows Waubonsie Valley. They may not know where we are, but they at least know the name of Waubonsie Valley.
Part of that success came from the students whose school spirit helped lead them to victories both athletically and academically over the years.
Worked with student activities, so some great assemblies, some great homecomings, some great proms, some great athletic wins that were very, very exciting. Great plays, great music. I remember the beginnings of that and how exciting that is to now see where that has come.
While the names and faces may have changed throughout the school's 40 years, the history that holds the school together will remain constant and continue to lead students to success for generations to come.
You're a warrior for life.
I'm Melissa Bohennick for 630.